It's getting good. It's getting good. After I dropped that video about Mr. Lin and how I felt about his, I don't think it's inability, his his unwavering non-participation. Let's put it that way, because we're not attempting to disrespect Mr. Lin. That's the thing I want everybody to understand. We're not trying to disrespect Mr. Lin, but we do have to call out what needs to be called out. And I'm not saying Mr. Lin is bad, because he's not. I just got news that Mr. Lin, you should be able to see it right here, is going to be at the Namm show, and he's going to be there Friday, and he's going to be at the Akai booth. And at that booth, he's a part of the NPC Legends. I don't know who's going to be going to Namm. I'm not, but if I was going to Namm, that would be I would record the majority of that. I don't think there's anything else I would want to record. Absolutely not. I would wait hours just to see. You telling me Jermaine Dupri, Brian Michael Cox? Come on. Who else was on the list? I don't remember who else was on the list. Okay. This is future me as I'm editing this video. I had to kind of like get back on here real quick. The people who are at the Namm show at the Akai booth is going to be Roger Linn, right? Jermaine Dupri, Just Blaze, Brian Michael Cox, and Jimmy Jam. Ooh, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. All right. Now back to the video. But Roger Linn was on the list. Like, that's crazy. Oh my God. Mind blown. And I think what the real question is how much of a forgiving soul Mr. Linn is. Mr. Linn is such a forgiving soul. Oh man, and I was thinking about it because somebody in my comment section was talking to me, and they were saying, "Hey, bro, like the man is 69 years old," and they felt that I was kind of like crapping on him, right? I'm not crapping on Mr. Linn. I'm crapping on the idea that the product that he designed. Because let's just be honest with you, if it wasn't for the Lindrum, the Lindrum Mark II, the Lin 9000, you wouldn't have the Akai MPC 60, 60 Mach 2, the 3000, the 4000, the 5000, the 500, the 1000, the 2500, right? And you definitely wouldn't have the Renaissance and all the everything else because all of that built upon his innovation. Let me repeat that point. His innovation. What did he innovate? That sequencing is his. How to, because a lot of people don't understand um, that MPC meant MIDI Production Center. Because not only did he put out the MPC, he put out the S9000, the S950, and I think it's called the VX7000. It was actually a series. And when you got all of the pieces together, you ended up with a keyboard, the drum machine, and the extra sampler. And I think there was even some other stuff, and they all had the same kind of color scheme. Beautiful pieces. You feel what I'm saying? But the point that I'm making to you is that without his innovation, we wouldn't have anything. And what we got to big up Roger Linn and his forgivingness because I don't know if I could be as forgiving because you take my invention, you cut me out, you take my money and you roll. And then me, as a great chess player, decides not to do anything. And I move on with my life. That is amazing. And for him to be on a panel with Akai right now, legendary status. Let's just big up Mr. Linn. Legendary status. You gotta respect a guy like that. Oh my God. You telling me that these people crammed on you and you right there with them now? Big up to Akai too, because to I'm truly understand you had to make it right with Mr. Linn. You had to. You had to figure a way to make it right. And that I have to respect. I have to big up with that. I have to make sure that everybody knows. I have to make sure that people are in line because here's the thing. I'm big on respect. Very big on respect. And it was not my intentions to put out a video that made Mr. Linn feel bad or make his fans feel like he was less than because never the case. I never believed that. I just know that the only reason why Behringer is putting out something is because he didn't. And that's just the fact of the matter. If he would have been putting out a solid machine, yeah, because we've been waiting 10 years for a machine from him. You know what I mean? And it seems like that's not something he's willing to do. And that's okay. I'm real big up on respect. If he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't want to do it. But at the same time, I'm just letting you know, Mr. Linn, you put anything on your name in any type of style that looks like a drum machine and is getting bought. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. If you want to secure the bag and make one that helps out your grandchildren and all that stuff for time and time and time again, that's what needs to happen. That's really what needs to happen. Yeah. If we can do that, that would be the best. So, not trying to make this a long video, just saying Roger Linn is going to be at NAMM 2025. Mind blown. Roger Linn is going to be at the Akai booth on NAMM 2025. Mind blown. So we got to big up Mr. Linn, his big heart, and how much how much important he is to our industry. You know what I mean? This hip hop stuff that a lot of people do, you can't do it without his innovation. Or at least you wouldn't have been able to do it in the way that he did it. And this goes as far back as even the samplers, because a lot of people were using the S9, the S9000 and S950 as and they would use the S950 with a SP1200, right? And use that as the trigger for the S950. So either which way, if that Akai name and that Roger Linn name wasn't on those machines and doing what he needed to do, bro, that stuff wouldn't be, we wouldn't have, like Pete Rock, that's what he was using. Pete Rock was using that back in the day. Also, it's a possibility that Molly Mall did the same thing. Yeah, bro, that's crazy, bro. You gotta be, this is like, yeah, without Mr. Linn, the hip hop production would be different. Let's just be honest. And if he didn't invent what he invented, then this stuff would be definitely different. We have to give him some respect. We have to put some respect on that name all day, and definitely show him a lot of love. I hope everybody that's going to go to the NAMM show, please, I'm begging you guys, please go ahead and definitely videotape that whole segment, because I want to hear all of it. The questions, the answers, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Because even though Roger Linn is the major reason why I would watch it, but Jermaine Dupri and Brian Michael Cox with Roger Linn all on the same stage. I kind of forgot the other name, and I know it's a big name too. And I totally, please don't kill me in the comments, but I'm sorry. But yeah, this is Tone Deaf Dakota signing off. This has been my 2 cents upon the NAMM Show 2025. Peace.